We are live, everybody. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Stockton United. I'm your host, Lance McHan, local real estate agent, and my guest is Nesha Ward with Strong Mind, Strong Body. Good morning, Nesha.
Good morning.
Thank you for stopping in today. Yeah, we're here. So people will be probably chiming in with health and fitness questions, so we'll just kind of try to touch base on those. So, you recently had a seminar. It was a bodybuilding seminar for women.
Right.
How did that go?
It went really good. So what we did was we put together an event called So You Want to Compete. Yeah. And it was really for people who are thinking about competing and where to get started.
People or women?
This one was women based. Okay. It was mostly for women. And specifically because when I started competing, there was nothing out there. I wanted to compete. I ended up, couldn't find anybody in Stockton, couldn't find anybody in Tracy, couldn't find anybody in Lodi. People kept saying, you should compete, but they wouldn't tell me any information.
What the formula was.
Yes.
Like,
so
you look good, but you should compete. Like,
who the coaches? Who do I talk to?
I need some help.
Yes. So I ended up getting my coach out of Modesto. And I would faithfully drive every morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, to go train to Modesto at 5 a.m. And that coach, he was a great coach, but he didn't know certain parts of it too. So I'm literally on stage the day of, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I buy my suit from. I didn't know how my hair was supposed to be. I didn't know that if you wear certain makeup, you get washed out on the stage. You can't do your own makeup unless you're a professional at this. I bought a tan from Sally's Beauty Supply. Black people need to be tanned as well. On the stage. I didn't know all these things.
I wouldn't think that either.
Yes.
I was surprised with my first show that were...
But all the black people that were back there tan, yes. So, I mean, there's all these parts to it. How to walk, how to present yourself, how to do all these things. And I didn't know those things. Hey, Sandy. So I went and wanted to do... It was my dream to do a seminar for women around here. People ask me all the time in the gym, how do I get started? So
to clarify, people who don't know you, you are a mom first, but you are also a pro bodybuilder.
Yes,
yes. And
you
have your own gym with Mr. Taylor, Strong Mind, Strong Body. So I'd like to give my brother from another mother, a plug. He's kicking my butt.
Yes,
right?
He's hard at work at the gym right now. I'm getting some clients in. And yeah, I am a mom first, before I ever started all this bodybuilding things. It really was because I was running around and I was doing everything for everybody else.
Absolutely.
I was cooking dinners. I was running organizations. My husband would be at work and I would be getting all this list done. When they awoke, I was already awake. When they went to sleep, I was already, I was still awake doing things. And I needed something for myself.
My friend Amber, she said, "Rocket, mama."
So yeah, I just needed something for myself. So I decided to do a bodybuilding contest.
Wow. Did you always train?
I have always been an athlete.
Okay.
I was, I played basketball, I ran track.
So what was the mindset? Like, I want to get on stage and flex. I want to show, share with especially the female audience, what did that look like to you?
I saw in a magazine, this lady, and she just was shredded. Her abs looked so good, and she looked beautiful. She looked ladylike, but she looked strong. And I was like, I want to look like that.
The misconception I would like to clarify is people don't walk around like that all the time.
Exactly. You have no idea that is a look for a photo shoot or for the contest stage. That is so unhealthy. No one walks around with shredded abs as a woman all the time. No one walks around with just that lean look all the time. And that is a misconception. Yeah. So as you're getting ready for the show, you got these women that are morphing their bodies and people going, whoa, what are you doing? And they don't realize that 2 to 3 weeks after the contest, they don't look like that anymore.
Right.
They only look like that literally for that contest. And some of those things that we have to do are not quite super healthy for the contest part, which has transitioned me to strong mind, strong body, and the health and fitness part.
And we'll dive into that here pretty quick.
So I had this event where I basically brought in every person that I could think of that would be able to share the information that I've been sharing with all my people as well in Stockton, because we have a lot of competitors in Stockton. Yes. A lot of people that want to get on stage, a lot of people just working out in the gym and they don't know where to start. So that was my mindset, was to share it with them.
To collaborate with the community.
Collaborate with the community, collaborate with other contest coaches, prep coaches, personal trainers, to say this is what it takes. And because I didn't want the stigma of her and Mr. over there trying to steal people's clients and stuff, I brought in the professionals from away from Stockton. So everyone except for one person,
that was smart.
Yeah, that spoke was not from Stockton. They were from Sacramento. They were from down south. They were from Oakland, San Francisco, so that they wouldn't have, she's over there trying to steal people's clients. So, and I let them just talk. And I love that they shared the same things that I had already been sharing. Oh, what's going on here? Yes. That I had.
Somebody's calling.
I shared the same things. They shared a lot of the same things that I had already been telling my clients. In the process of that, all these people came together, sponsors. So the suit sponsor came, the tanning sponsor came, the makeup.
For the ladies who don't know, are expensive.
$500 and up. It can cost you. No matter more bling,
the more suit costs for a guy? About $29.99.
Yes. Yes. So Nectar sponsored, Max Muscle sponsored, All Max sponsored. I mean, a ton of people. Inspire.
Victoria's
Secret sponsored. We had a ton of sponsors. We gave bags to everyone who came in there. We gave prizes to everybody. We gave free makeup, makeovers. We gave free tans. We gave Planet Fitness came and donated a bunch of different things. Pizza.
You know they have pizzas on Friday. Somebody told me.
They got crazy stuff going on over there. So they don't really like our type much over there. So
they call us lunks.
Yes. Right? So it was a great day. I will say this though, I would have liked to see more Stockton people. I had a lot of people from out of town that came in. I would have loved to see a collaboration of the coaches.
Collaboration over competition.
Collaboration over competition. Stockton is, we say it time and time again, they're the training grounds. The NFL just happened and we had 2 guys from Stockton. And,
I know, right?
You know, we got CrossFit guys, we got boxing people, there is a bevy, soccer players, baseball players. Stockton is the training grounds for so many great athletes that come out of here. So if we could just collaborate more together and do things. When we go to shows, I tell people time and time again, Texas, I've been to shows in Texas, Pittsburgh, all over. They cheer for each other. They celebrate each other so loud. When we go to shows, Sacramento cheers. They don't even know each other a lot of times. They just will, such and such from Sacramento. And everybody goes crazy from Sacramento. Sometimes we're in Stockton. You'll hear such and such is competing from Stockton. And it's a little clap. It's a little clap. And I'm going to have to turn this off. I don't know what that is. It's crazy that we don't celebrate each other as much as we should. I wish that we would more. So I'm just going to keep pushing. I'm just going to keep finding the right people.
I think what you're doing is you're on the right track. People will kind of like, okay, we're going to have to kick Tracy's butt.
Yeah. You have to stop calling. We're live. Please. You're messing up our live thing. I'll call you back.
Dang. We're going to kick Tracy's butt.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to... so the collaboration over competition, share with the community what that means to you. I mean, I know what it means to me, and I think I know what it means to you, but I think it would be better if you said it.
So where I got this from was after the So You Want to Compete, I was a little frustrated. I was frustrated in the fact that I had so many people from out of town come and not as many Stockton people come. Yes. And I was even more frustrated because these people
we're just not a fit community.
Well, I think more than anything,
where do we rank on the fit community?
We tend to be a little nervous that the pot is not as big as it is, especially in fitness. I have so many clients. A lot of trainers I know have so many clients. There's enough for everybody.
Yeah, there's like almost 400,000 people.
Yes, there's enough for everyone. So I think that part of that played in, and then some people, sometimes they just didn't know. I did a lot of advertising, but sometimes people just didn't know. I was a little frustrated, and I missed the women's march that they had that day as well, because it was on the same day as my event. And I heard part of the speech that someone spoke at the women's march. And what she said was, we need to be more effective and collaborate over competition. It's about coming together. And that was just the thing, and that was to Shante McCoy. And she really, really is doing some great things in Stockton. And I just needed to hear that. I needed to hear collaboration over competition, even if that is only me and one other person. If that's just me and you, and we're just, grinding to make Stockton a better place.
And that's why I changed the name of my show, Stockton United.
Yes, it's so fitting. Yeah,
thank you.
So fitting.
We are so fractured in many ways, but we're so many great things that we could build this community up.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, we have some great things here. We have a lot of people. We have to, 80%, 20% of the people are doing 80% of the work. You hear the same names, the same couple of people in small circles that are doing all of the work. So if we could collaborate a little bit more and get many more people, instead of breaking off, there's 13 youth football teams in Stockton. Every time somebody gets mad, they take their ball and they start a new program. So we water down the youth. Instead of having a great couple of teams, we got all these little pieces of a team. Same thing with basketball. Same thing with CrossFit.
That's how we met. Our kids were playing basketball together.
Yeah. And then they start small. And then one kid is the best, and his dad wants to see him get a little bit more time, and this person thinks that they can coach a little bit better, and they just go separate ways. And now we have a fracture instead of Stockton coming together. There was a crazy flag football tournament this weekend at Edison, and there was like 6 teams from Stockton there. Instead of being one team that whoops everybody's butt that came in from the Bay Area and Sacramento, there was like 6 Stockton 7-on-7 teams. So that is what collaboration over competition is about.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You also, in Strong Mind, Strong Body, I go there quite a bit. And you have a boot camp. Yeah. And your boot camp, it's not like super unique, but it is strictly for women.
Yes.
And what was your thought process behind that?
I needed women to be able to come somewhere and feel like they could sweat and grunt and be uncomfortable.
And they do. They kill it.
And just like kill it without feeling like a guy was in there and paying too much attention to them, or that this guy is sweating next to them and making them feel uncomfortable, or looking at them, or some of the movements we do, sometimes we're on the floor and we're sweating, we're opening up our legs, we're putting this leg up here, we're doing this up there, we're like crotch area sweating, boobs sweating, whatever, and they just need to feel comfortable like they can be. That this is their space. And my boot camp is so amazing. I literally wake up in the middle of the night sometimes. I did something the other day. They're like, where did you get this move from? And I'm like, I woke up in the middle of the night. And I just was like, I need to figure out another way to hit this part. And those women are killing it.
They are killing it, and you kill them.
Hi, Nicole. Yeah.
I mean, I see how they work out, and let me be honest.
Yeah.
They kick my butt.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done the TRX class with the women, and I'm just like, oh man, I don't know how they do it.
And you can't beat them up enough. I keep trying to make my boot camp more, so it's not vanilla. I don't want you to be able to go to anybody else's boot camp and get your butt kicked like you do at mine.
But you do it with love, though.
And I do it with love. And I'm not writing it on the board and going to sit up in the front. I'm right there in your face the whole time.
And you encourage the girls as they, you see them struggle. Like, hey, you pick it up. I got you. Keep going. You're doing good.
But don't go in the light. Don't pass out in here. I had fish today. I don't want to do no CPR. Go outside, catch your breath, come back. I mean, it's not a long boot camp. It literally is 30 minutes, and we're not stopping. Yeah. We're not going to stop and stretch and go outside and walk around and get water. We're going to sweat for 30 minutes. And when I tell you every class is filled up, I'm so amazed.
I saw that the other day. I'm like, is that 2 classes in one? You're like, no, it's 1.
Yeah, there's another group coming in right after this.
But they all help inspire each other.
Yes.
That's the collaborative thing that I think your group gets it. And, but I think it's more, we were talking last night, and it's more than just a workout group. It's a mentor program.
Yes.
So what are some of your ups and downs? What are because not everything is up.
No.
You can't have the up without the down. So what are some of your
some of my downs?
The failures with
people have a love for food, and they think that because I just went to that boot camp and I kicked butt and I turned it up, and my Apple Watch says that I burned 400 calories, then I'm finna go to Chili's and get me a margarita that's 400 calories. Or that is the frustration.
You can't out-train your mouth.
Yes. I cannot walk around and slap food at your head. They don't understand why I'm doing all this work and my body's not changing. And I didn't get that. Before I started competing, people kept telling me it's in the food. And I'd be like, I go to the gym, I work out 2 hours a day, I don't understand why my body's not changing. Yeah. And they kept saying it's in the food. And every day when we end the class, I'm telling them, it's in the food. Don't waste this workout by going home and just washing your food. You have to eat clean. You don't have to do my diet, but you have to do some type of changing food in the system. Our grandmothers, they cooked big platefuls of food. Oh, our mothers cooked big plateful of foods, but we did not walk around with these tires like our children do. Mm-hmm. These children they got stomachs, they got boobs, they got butt, they got all this stuff because of the hormones in the food and because of the way that the food is processed. Mm-hmm. And we're not cooking at home for them anymore. We're feeding them McDonald's because it's $1, Taco Bell because it's $1, whatever is quick to drive through. We're feeding them all this food that is making these children look like this and the adults, and the food is killing us. So my failures are more than anything getting them to understand that it's about the food. Every now and then, what I try to more than likely, when you have a gym, every now and then you have Peyton's Place, and you got little dramas here and there. So I break them up. I break the little groups up constantly. Little cliques. I make you go work out there. You go work out there. I will switch up partners and say, by the time that we end this class, I need everybody to know everybody's name. And if you don't, we're burpeeing. So, you got to know
or that
name.
tire.
Yes.
Whew, that tire.
Yes, the tire. So those are little things that are, we can get over those things.
I have to just touch on my personal experience. I always wanted to compete, and I started out slow, and I started sticking to the diet, and it was the food. It was what I was eating, and not necessarily what I was eating, because I ate pretty much the same thing. It was just portion.
Right.
And timing.
Yes.
Turned out to be the main factor, and I come in shredded. So I was pretty happy.
Yeah. And we've got a lot of those. We got a bunch of people. We got some heavy hitters coming down, and what we try to do is not do too much of when their show is, because it puts pressure on them. It puts pressure on us. It puts a bunch of people coming to the gym going, oh my God, when are you going to compete? So we just always say 100 weeks out. They're 100 weeks out. But we've got some people who've never been on the stage before, and they're coming. We're excited. We've got a lot of people that are coming back to the stage this year. That is not the forefront of our business, though. The forefront of the business is the people who want to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, the goddess challenges, yeah.
And I've seen it. So back to the boot camp, what are some of your successes? And touch on the mentorship, because we kind of dove into that a little bit.
Even this week, we've got the Goddess Challenge is on week 6 of 12.
Okay.
One of their challenges this week is to find someone who is in boot camp, who is not part of the Goddess Challenge, and give them a note of encouragement, a note of inspiration, something to say that you see them and you recognize that they're hardworking. I don't want everybody giving it to the same person. I need you to really come to boot camp and look
and watch
and see
and pay attention
who is
see who's struggling and see who can use
who's there
the hand up
constantly, who is helping other people, who wasn't doing a plank now and is able to do a plank drop now, who has been able to get lower in their plank jacks. All those different things. I can at any time, if I have to go to the bathroom, or if I have to help someone else, I know who to call on to say, I need you to show them how to do this. Whenever we line up for every station, I need you to show this, you to show this, you to show this. I can at any time pick any of those women out and know that they know how to explain it. They know how to do it. They know how to guide someone else in. If we have somebody that comes in new, I'll put them with someone else who's been there for a while.
So it's a pretty welcoming environment. Even though
women do that though.
Yes.
Women are, when you teach a man, you teach an individual. He might show his son. He might show his brother. He may show some other men, maybe, if he feels like it. Because men stand side by side.
Yeah.
Women stand face to face. When you teach a woman, you teach a nation. She's going to teach her daughter, her sister, her brother, her grandchildren, her grandchildren's children. She's going to pass the information she has to every person. That's the nurturing. It can have a bad side. It can have a good side. Because when you have a woman who is so nurturing, the last person she's thinking about is herself.
Absolutely.
As soon as she walks in, they all walk in with the best intentions. I want to take my body back. I want to lose weight. I want to do this. I want to do that. And then the car broke down. The kids are sick. I got to do overtime at work. Yeah. My husband said he has to work late, so I can't bring all these excuses come because first comes God, then comes the devil. Yes, exactly. And I have to be in the mindset of being able to receive that when it comes. And remember that it took me a long time to get there.
To figure it out.
I have 4 children. I had a husband. I have all these different things. So it took me a while to say, I am a priority. And I will make time for myself. And so sometimes it takes other people just
Isn't that the first thing you teach them?
Yes. You have to make yourself a priority. Yeah. You have to celebrate yourself, hug yourself, pat yourself on the back. Because if you don't, how do you know that? How do I know that you're going to celebrate me?
Yeah.
You don't. So sometimes you got to look yourself in the mirror and be like, I did that.
You gotta be your own hero sometimes.
Yes.
You gotta be your own hero.
So, and when they get that part, that's when all the changes occur. Mm-hmm. That's when everything happens.
I've seen some of your successes.
Yeah, I posted something today on my Facebook page. These women in this Goddess Challenge right here, Goddess 5, are incredible. And when I tell you I have a boatload of women who have gone through a lot of stuff. I got some widowers. I got some divorcees. I have...
what about that young woman that you were telling me about?
Yeah, I got a 19-year-old who just had a baby. She's amazing. She was a foster kid. She doesn't... I mean, when you look at her and you think about her, she's 19, and she's not as mature as everybody else, but she's much more mature than a lot of 19-year-olds that I know. And she's been through a lot. So for her to come in there and give her money and say, I want to do the Goddess Challenge. I want to take my body back. I know I can't necessarily afford it. And then put her around all these amazing women who can help her instead of judging her.
Right.
That's when the mentorship part happens or it doesn't. Because we can choose to judge and be like, what's she doing here? She ain't doing this right. I have to remember where I was at 19. When I want to say she's not doing it right, I have to take myself all the way back to, at 19 years old, there's no way I would have went in and gave half of my paycheck and said,
I want to do this.
I want to do a weight loss challenge. I want to do a program that's going to help me get myself together. So
so not only are you building people's bodies, you're building their spirits and their
the divorcees are the ones that are like hard because they've been through a lot.
Yeah.
They've been through giving people everything they have and to what they feel they've been let down. So they're going through a lot, and they usually do the best. Because they got fired. They got other stuff,
I'm going to show that bastard what he's missing.
Yes. And it's just, it's a different program. So I'm really happy about what's going on over there as far as women taking care of each other. And there's a lot of men there. The men are just, when they come in, they're just like, wow. I need to step my game up.
But we see that from day one, because we go there over a period of time, and I train 3 days a week, so I don't see these women every day. Right. And so when I see them, I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Good work. That's amazing. It's only been 2 weeks, and I see a difference.
Yeah. When they dig in, when they really dig in, and they really trust the process, and just say...
And it's the food, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the food. And when you're ready to make a change, Mr. says this thing all the time. When you're ready to make the change, you will eat a cardboard box to accomplish your goals. So when you come in there and you're like, I don't eat fish, I don't like greens, broccoli makes me bloat, here you go already. You got to, like, a lot of times we can work around a lot of those things.
That fish.
Yes, but you know that we call it the punk ass fish because you cannot get around the fact that fish is such a lean protein.
It works.
But we got a lot of vegans nowadays. We got a lot of vegetarians. We got a lot of pescatarians.
Have you had a challenge working their diets up a little bit?
Yeah.
You're not,
because they're slower. And when I say they're slower, they're hungrier. If you get a vegan in there who's busting her butt just as much as everybody else and really digging in, she's gonna be hungry. With not as, if you're trying to pull her carbs and manipulate her food. So if I get like what I have now, which is 5 of them in a 16-person challenge, I have to. Everybody's individual. Somebody's body might process, different carbs different. I might have to do a high fats, low protein. High carb, different. There's all kinds of different manipulations that you have to do with every single person and see how their body responds. Yeah. So and then there's the other ones that I love that are their body just wants to eat clean. So you just change up their food a little bit. They stop eating Burger King. They start eating McDonald's. And their stomach comes down.
Yeah. Stop drinking that soda.
Start drinking that beer more than anything. The alcohol kills them. And we limit alcohol for 30 days. The first 30 days, they can't drink alcohol. And their bodies will change immensely over just taking away alcohol from them.
Before we go on to the next, can't even talk to you. The next subject, what's Mr. doing? Because Mr. is the male.
Mr. is busy. Mr. is working on his third pro show. His third pro show's coming up. I had to have Mr. get a coach. I was his coach for a long time. And the last show in San Diego, he just was like, because he did so good on his first show, his head was all the way up here. And I was like, dude, you need to get a coach. You have to get somebody who will not, care about you the way that I do.
Yeah.
So they're going to be just kick your butt. So he went and hired a coach. And they're doing the New York Pro in May.
Oh, nice.
That's a huge, huge show. And
I'm having a little internet issue here.
That's a huge show for us. Is it kicking on there?
There you
go.
There
it goes. That's a huge show for where everything is pro. Sometimes you have an element at a show where they have amateurs and then there's a pro component in it.
So it's all pro show?
It's all pros. So he is getting busy. You see him everywhere you see him. He's starting to lean out.
My coach kicked my butt the other day. I'm like, now you know how it feels.
And he talks to him the way that Mr. talks to other people. Like, that ain't what I told you to do.
Yeah.
Is that why are you doing that? So
that's what he was telling me.
I love that he's getting that.
Like,
and at the same time, he's got his TRX class. His TRX class is 3 days a week in the morning, 2 days a week in the evening. Every strap is filled up.
That's good.
Every strap is filled up. And if you want to take your body to the next level, as far as detail, as far as core, as far as strength, and just your body, TRX is the way to go. And he is a master trainer at that. So.
TRX kicks your butt.
Yeah.
My first day on TRX, I'm like, I got this. And my brother had been doing it for a lot longer, and I'm like, man, he's kicking my butt. I'm like,
Yeah. And then he throws in the weights with the TRX. And people who don't do TRX, they don't know.
Yeah.
Until they look at them on the straps and they go, well, over there swinging like a monkey on them damn straps. And then the next thing you know, they're locked in. And they cannot get around it.
Then you do it and you're just like, I admire you for that.
Yeah. The other day he had, I think, 6 guys, 3 girls in there. And the girls were going to town. The guys are really starting to realize that this is their core.
Yeah.
Like the TRX, it's all core. So they're jumping in, and he's constantly thinking of harder stuff to do to
torture,
take them to the next level. Yeah. So
torture.
Yeah.
So you have a new program on summer's around the corner, and it's called Bring the Sexy Back.
Yep. Sexy Back Summer 6-week challenge. So we're only doing the Goddess Challenge one time this year. Goddess Challenge takes a lot. It's 12 weeks. It is like day to day. I'm on the girls every single day for 12 weeks. And it's a lot to do all
personally
those things.
And emotionally.
Yes, emotionally. I literally gained weight during the Goddess Challenge because a lot of these women have so many things going on that I take a lot of what they have going on and hold it personally. So I'm not going to do it every 12 weeks now anymore. We're going to do it one time a year. This is the only time of the year that we will do the Goddess Challenge all the way until 2020. So in the process of that, I needed to come up with some other things to replace it. And the one thing that everybody looks for is they want something before summer.
Absolutely.
How can I get my body right for the summer? I wanted to. If you're serious, then 6 weeks is a huge
45 days.
It's 45 days.
You can do it.
It's a month and 2 weeks. So at the end of April, we're going to start taking clients down because it's going to fill up fast. But it's a 6-week challenge. You will not train one-on-one. You'll train 1-on-3. So there'll be 3 people in each group. They get a structured meal plan customized for them. Their workout will include 2 other ladies. Boot camp will be included as well. And we're going to do that for 6 weeks, and it's going to start at the end of April. So I really think that they're and it's affordable.
It's also attainable. It's a smaller goal. That 12-week challenge, that 3 months, that's a huge commitment.
Yes.
And I think people could go, I could do 3 weeks.
Yeah. And then you can push yourself for 3 more weeks. Yeah.
And you just break it down because like if you look at what the whole thing is, you're like, I have to do all that because you have a lot of homework.
Yes.
I mean, soul searching homework.
Yes.
In the
Goddess Challenge. There's a lot of just a letter to self. This week they're doing the 7-Eleven debacle. Can you go to 7-Eleven after ruining all your food and eat clean there? And you can.
Out on the
yes, on the side of the road. And now you got to go to 7-Eleven and clean up. There is a lot of stuff. I want you to go back pictures and look at 5 years, 10 years, current picture of yourself. What have you done? What are the causes and effects of this thing? In collaboration with the 12 universal laws. So there's 12 weeks. There's 12 different challenges that we touch on. There's 12 different laws. There's 12 different months. I'm constantly hitting on that number 12 to let them. I'm constantly using their astrology signs to say, this is you, and this is how it affects you. A lot of people will say, but I'm under the cross. I don't do anything with astrological signs. You can't get away from who you are. You are still, you're Cancer, and you're driven by emotion, and that's just, I get the most out of you by touching on that emotion from
that's
you.
Me.
Yes.
So,
they all have the different signs. They all have something that's unique from them, and that's how I touch, usually on that nerve. And that's what I get out of them with the Goddess Challenge. The 6-week challenge is not going to be as in-depth, but it is going to be just as hard because I only have 6 weeks to push you to the limit. And it's not for everyone. It will not be for everybody.
I think it's a more attainable goal. People are like, I can meal prep for 6 weeks. And if they could hit that 6-week mark, then they could go, okay, I can change my life.
Yes.
I've lost 10 pounds just by working out 30 minutes a day.
Yes.
How many times a week?
2 times a week.
2 times a week? That's all. But it's all in the food. It's all in the food.
Yes.
And I
now, if you add 2 more times to that.
On your own.
Yes, because when you do a challenge, like when you come train with us, say you pay for 2 times a week. Well, your boot camp is included. Okay. That's another 2 times a week. Now you got a workout card included because you paid for that too. Right. Now you got the workout card to tell you what to do when you go to the gym on your own.
You have no excuses.
You have no excuses.
None. No excuse.
You have no excuses. So it's just something that we take the guesswork out of it. When you go to the gym, you say, oh, I think I might. I'll probably work on. I think no. There is no. Tuesday, I do this down the line, and that's the same workout card that me and Mister have both used to get our pro cards. Yeah, there's not a different. We didn't make up a special workout card for everyone. It's the workout card that will get your body to the next level.
Absolutely. So
hi, Kevin.
So people always want to know fitness tips and tricks, but there are really no tricks. There's only tips, right?
Yes.
Because there's no magic bullet. No magic pill. There's no magic pill.
The magic pill is do your cardio, drink your water, eat your clean food, work out. That is the pill. That's it. That's it. There's some other things that you can do in there, some little things, some magic, max muscle, this, supplement, blah, blah, blah. But the overall thing is take care of your body.
Like your mom said, you are what you eat.
You are what you eat.
So let's run people through the 7-Eleven debacle. What would that look like to you? There's a lot of people. You could choose to go to McDonald's. You could choose to go to In-N-Out. To me, Chipotle is probably one of the healthiest fast foods out there. Even though it's loaded with sodium, but it's real chicken, real pinto beans, and real vegetables.
So 7-Eleven has really cleaned up their image. They got a bunch of crap up there on the front counter. Cookies and cakes and all kinds of stuff that, I mean, they sell pizza. They do not buy your pizza, your hot food from a grocery store, from a fast food convenience store or whatever. But 7-Eleven has fruit in there. They have chickpeas in there. They have hard-boiled eggs. They have all kinds of vegetables in there. They have hummus in there. They have cheese. They have milk. They have I'm not one for really the drinks,
the
protein shakes that you buy from 7-Eleven because they're already pre-made. And they're pre-made like that. They have to do something to them to process it, to hold it until you get there. The one thing I will say about 7-Eleven is you have to look at the expiration dates on there. Because you don't know this one.
Especially the healthy food probably tends to sit a lot longer than...
And they're franchised. So you don't know how long the owners have had things sitting there, how good they are at looking at dates and stuff like that. But they have a ton of stuff there.
So what would you do for lunch? Like, what would you grab?
Personally? If I leave my my food at home on the counter, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna grab a salad. I'm gonna get a hard-boiled egg. I'll probably get 2 hard-boiled eggs. Toss out the yolks in there. Grab a bottle of water and a green apple from the counter. Good. And I'll make it up like that. They got almonds in there. They've got, I don't want to say a lot because the Goddess Challenge this week is the 7-Eleven debacle. So a couple of them have already turned in their things, and they've got, like, when I saw that a person took a picture of them selling chickpeas in there, I was tripping out because now they're catering to the vegan people. So
what would you do at McDonald's? Or I don't eat Burger King, but I mean, I'll go to McDonald's.
I'm looking for the most basic, especially at places like that, the most basic.
The grilled chicken.
Yes, the grilled chicken, the salads. The salads are going to be your best bet at places like that. Because even the grilled chicken, I'm always leery with fast food restaurants. What are they doing to it to hold it until I buy it? Right. Even, like you said, Chipotle. When I make rice, my rice don't taste like that. Yeah. What did they put in that food to make that Chipotle rice taste that damn good? And why is the chicken so salty? Lou's Chicken Bowl, I tell them in an emergency, Lou's Chicken Bowl. You can go to Lou's Chicken Bowl and get
I never thought about
a double extra chicken, no sauce. Tell them half the rice. I always tell them half the rice because I'm going to eat that rice. That rice is so good. I tell them no carrots, extra broccoli. That's what I get when I go to Lou's Chicken Bowl and I have to have an emergency. But the problem with that is, what do they do to it? How do they store it? How do they keep it?
Right.
Cook your food at home.
Yeah.
Cook your food at home. Something to think about. So both of our phones are acting kind of crazy. Mine's on its last leg now.
I know. I've never had this problem before, but all of a sudden,
it's my electricity. It's my energy. Luckily, I'm pulling from all the phones.
We got a camera going here so we can get the high definition on YouTube.
Right.
What other tips would you have for people?
Drink your water. People think that they don't have to drink the water. When I tell you people think that they don't have to drink water because it's going to make them heavy, I send my people to Max Muscle to get an InBody. If you go to Max Muscle, they'll give you an InBody, tell you everything about yourself. Cost you $20. You can get how much this arm weighs, how much this arm weighs, how much is in the middle, how much your body fat percentage is. It gives you a total breakdown, how much body water that you're holding your body. People think that the lower the water number is, the better. Your body can't kick out water if you don't drink water.
You're like, what, 80% water?
Yes. And at times,
your cell functions can't work properly without water.
No. People bring the paper all the time. They're like, oh my God, look at my body fat. Look at how low your water is. Look at how the fact that if you drink water, that kicks the water out.
You can start flushing some of that stuff out.
If I tell them to go home and drink a gallon of water, they'll come back the next day and they'll sometimes be a pound or two lighter just from, if you're into that.
You're like, how do I drink a gallon of water a day? Yeah. It's easy. Get up and start drinking that water like it's your job.
Yes. And the more water you drink, the more thirsty you become. When you're not that thirsty for water, it's because you don't drink enough water. So that's my main tip, is just drink water. My other tip is just focus on your core. People do not like to do core work. The core makes you so much stronger. When that core is tight, it feels like everything else is so much easier once that middle is right. So get active out there. Just do something. Don't sit on the couch.
Go wash your car.
Something. Go wash your car.
Fast.
Go have sex. Go vacuum. Go do something where you're getting active and you're not just sitting there, because our children are sitting there just twiddling their thumbs all day long. They can't do nothing. I look at the kids at my camps and stuff, and they're just so immobile now. They can't think right. They're slower with their reactions. You ask them a question, they have to go, because they're used to their thumbs moving.
Yeah.
So more than anything, just get active, get outside, force them outside. As women, the supplements are crucial, and you are not unnatural just because you take supplements that are over the counter. I mean, there are some things that you need. There are, those fibers that you need, the glucosamine, the glutamine, all those different things, probiotics are wonders for your body. B12, when I don't take B12, my body knows it and it feels it. So more than anything, get serious about taking your body back, and your body is your temple. You only get one.
When does the 6-week challenge start?
It's going to start. We're going to start pushing out the information this week. I kind of wanted to wait till we got a little bit more.
It's for women only, correct?
It is for women only. Mr. is going to do something this summer for men. The problem with men is y'all are ego-driven.
We are.
Men are so ego-driven that you put them in a boot camp with other men, and if those men are better than them, they will not come back. They will go, I'm going to leave and go in my living room and try to get better and then come back when I'm stronger. That's the mindset of men.
I think Mr. could overcome that. He has a way.
Yeah, he does.
He has like that
yeah.
strong
he knows how to get to
he
knows how to get to you. Either with Mr., you either like him or you don't.
Yeah.
You're gonna either
some days
get in and understand. Yeah. And that's
but I love him though.
Yeah.
You know, that's because I know he cares, even though like he's hard on people.
Yeah.
But it's not like because he just wants to be a jerk. It's because he sees the potential in you that you don't see for yourself, and it frustrates him because you don't see it, and so he's like, do it.
Yeah. It's really more than anything a no excuses mentality. And because we have been able to do it, it's harder for us when people can't. When you show it to them and say, you can do this, and they dig in the barrel, dig all the way to the bottom to dig up an excuse and say, what about this one?
I can't hear you. I can't hear it.
Yeah. So I'm a little colder on women in particular because I'm a mom.
Yeah.
I was a wife. I went to I got my JD over here at Lawrence Chavon. I put a fork in my husband's hand every night when he came home. I ran, the junior ranch program and the basketball program in West Ranch. I did all these things and still was able to get on the stage and compete. So I don't have any sympathy for you when you start saying, I got a baby at home. Really? I was a 19-year-old mom of twins. So I don't have any excuse, any sympathy for you saying that you can't do this because of this baby, or that you can't do
grab your baby and do some squats.
Yeah, the gym opens at 4 a.m. And I know you want your extra little sleep, but that gym is packed at 4 a.m. And usually
your gym opens at 4?
In Shape opens at 4 a.m.
Oh, okay.
And it is lined up with strong mind, strong body people on the Stairmasters. And they come right from there, and they come right to our boot camp, or they come right to our training program, or they come right. So those people have in their head that I'm not going to use an excuse.
Yeah.
I'm going to go up and start my day. And then they get out of there fast and leave before their children wake up, before their husbands wake up. And the day is done, and they're off. They're ready to take their kids to school now. They got their food in hand. And it's
making that commitment.
It is making the commitment, truly.
So how do people find you?
We are at 6852 Pacific Avenue, Suite G, Stockton, California. We're across the street from Lincoln Center. It's a great location. We got parking. We got classes a couple times a week. We have online personal training. We have personal training. It is, unless there's a class going on there, it is by appointment only. So we make time. We are working I was trying not to, but we are literally working like 7 days a week now. I was trying to have Sundays off, and it's just not happening.
People could connect with you on Facebook.
They can connect with us on Facebook. We're all over Instagram. I like to do a lot of advertising, but I don't need to because my clients are doing the advertising. Okay. They do the work, and then people come and say, "What are you doing?" And then they come.
Is there a phone number people could reach you at?
209-451-8951.
What about Mr. If there's a guy?
Number.
Okay.
Yeah. My number is inbox me, Facebook me, Instagram me, email me at sheisnesha@gmail.com. I'm really quick to answer. 209-242-5837 as well.
So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for stopping by today.
Thank you, Lance, for having us. Next Mayor Stockton. Yes, you can with Lance McHan.
Yes, you can.
Stockton United.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Be kind to everybody because you never know when you're going to touch somebody's life. And more importantly, you never know when they're going to touch yours. Thank you, everybody, and see you next week.